Have you ever asked yourself, could I have PCOS? Maybe your periods have been acting strange, or your body just doesn't feel like your own anymore. I've been there, searching for answers, trying to figure out what was going on. Sometimes even felt like I was losing my mind. And if that's you right now, today's video will help you understand the early signs of PCOS that many women overlook. Hi, I'm Celia, and welcome back to PCOS Reclaimed, a place where we talk honestly about our hormones, our healing, and everything in between. I was diagnosed with PCOS over 20 years ago, and I remember how confusing those first signs were. That's why I want to help you recognize them early, not to scare you, but to empower you and make sure you have the knowledge that will aid you in becoming more informed. Before we get started, just a disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor, so this information is just for educational purposes. Always, always speak to a professional. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to the fun part. What are these signs? Sign number 1, irregular or missing periods. This is the most common early sign and was also my first sign at age 14. If your periods come every 2 to 3 months or sometimes skip half the year, that's not something to ignore. You may be thanking the gods, but trust me, later it comes back to haunt you. With PCOS, the ovaries often don't release eggs regularly. When ovulation doesn't happen, your cycle becomes unpredictable or stops altogether. For me, I thought missing periods was a blessing. No cramps, no hassle. But over time, my skin broke out, my mood changed, and my body started showing signs of imbalance. And even though I didn't even have a boyfriend, nor had I ever been sexually active, my family thought I was pregnant. They didn't even know that there was a condition called PCOS. Well, neither did I. So the only reason they could think of was pregnancy. It wasn't until 6 to 7 years later did I find out what it was. So if your period has been off for months, it's your body asking for attention, not silence. Sign number 2, excess hair growth. Let's talk about something we often hide, hair where we don't expect it. Chin, upper lip, stomach, chest. These can all be signs of higher androgen levels. That's the male-type hormone women also have, but in smaller amounts. I used to pluck and wax constantly, thinking it was just genetics, but it was PCOS, and I still actually have facial hair. I am very conscious about it too. If you're noticing coarse or fast-growing hair in those areas, don't feel embarrassed. It doesn't define your femininity. It's just a hormone imbalance that can be managed once identified. Sign number 3, hair thinning or shedding. Now here's the confusing part. While some of us grow extra hair in certain areas, others lose it from our scalp. This happens because the same androgens that cause chin hair can also shrink hair follicles on your head. I started losing mine in my early 30s. If you're noticing more hair in your brush or shower drain, or your ponytail feels thinner, it could be hormonal, not just stress. I remember that helpless feeling, like my body was working against me. But once I balanced my hormones through lifestyle changes, the shedding slowed and my confidence started coming back. Do I still have a really thin now patch? Yep, we'll cover more of that in future videos, so stay tuned. Sign 4, unexplained weight gain or difficulty losing weight. This one hits home for many women. You're eating clean, exercising, but the scale won't move, or it keeps creeping up. I would easily lose 10 pounds, but no matter how I kept working out, it just would not shift. PCOS often comes with insulin resistance, meaning your body struggles to process sugar properly. That extra insulin tells your body to store more fat, especially around your belly. I can tell you about that. The good news? Once you start supporting your body through diet, balanced meals, and better sleep, your metabolism can respond again. It takes patience, not punishment. Sign number 5, acne and oily skin. Hormonal acne is a big clue. It usually shows up along the jawline, chin, or cheeks. Painful cystic bumps that come and go in cycles. I would get these around the time my period was due or tried to come. When androgen levels rise, your skin produces more oil and that triggers breakouts. I tried every face wash and cream, but nothing worked until I started balancing my hormones from the inside and clean my gut. So if skincare alone isn't helping, your skin might be telling you something deeper. Sign number 6, fatigue, brain fog, and mood changes. PCOS doesn't just affect your body, it affects how you feel. Constant tiredness, brain fog, and even anxiety or low mood are more common than people realize. Your hormones influence energy, focus, and emotions. So when they're unbalanced, everything feels heavier. For me, this was one of the hardest parts, feeling like I was trying but still exhausted. I would feel so sleepy almost all the time, even after a good night's rest. That's why self-care, rest, and emotional support are just as important as physical treatment. Sign number 7, dark patches on the neck or underarms. You might notice darker, velvety patches on your skin, especially around the neck, armpits, or even inner thighs. That's called acanthosis nigricans, and it's often linked to insulin resistance. It's not dirt or poor hygiene. It's your body's way of saying, hey, my blood sugar needs attention. The amazing thing is, once you start balancing insulin through small diet and lifestyle shifts, those patches often fade. If several of these signs sound familiar, please don't panic. PCOS is more common than you think and manageable. What if I tell you that I have all these symptoms and then some? You can still live a balanced, beautiful life, and I'm going to teach you how to. I am living proof that it can be done. The most important step is awareness, knowing that these signs aren't random. They're signals from your body asking for care. Act on it. Don't ignore the signs. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who might need it too. Subscribe and join me here on PCOS Reclaimed for more real conversations, gentle education, and hope-filled solutions. Drop us a like and leave a comment below and let me know how many of these symptoms you have. And if you have any questions for me, leave them down there too. I promise to answer them all. And remember, your body isn't broken. It's just asking to be understood. Let's show it some love. See you soon.